In this video, we're going to be taking a look at my Phase 2 Clone Trooper collection. And these are clones that either appear in Revenge of the Sith, or they're part of the Clone Wars Multimedia project at the time. So this isn't my entire Phase 2 collection. I am missing the Ahsoka clones, for example, Captain Rex, Commander Wolf, Captain Gray, and then Captain Hauser as well. Plan on celebrating the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith all year long, and we'll be continuing it with these clones here. Most of them have their own individual video, or a lot of them do, but we'll be wrapping up the rest of them that don't up to this point. But I wanted to kind of keep it faithful to just Revenge of the Sith and EU material that was prevalent at the time. So that's why I neglected a lot of the Dave Filoni clones. Really proud of this collection. Clone Troopers have always been a backbone of my collection. A lot of these clones I've had for 20 years now. Would like to keep expanding it. Back here's the 41st Elite Corps clones. I have a video for each one of those now, so that's why I put them in the back. It'll be in the background for the next series of videos. Then the Coruscant landing platform clones, which are part of the 41st Elite as well, I put over here. Commander there, and then the antenna mold, some of the TVC and Black Series clones, and then the Attack on Coruscant pack, which I do have a video of on the channel. Go down, and here's the 327th Star Corps, 3 Commander Bly's, and then some regular troopers. I put the clone commander, who later became known as Commander Devis, with them as well. I know he's part of like the Bark clone troopers, but I forget if they're part of 327th, but I think they are, so that's why I put them there. I have Commander Fay there as well with the 41st Elite. I think he was he's one of those clone troopers that was assigned to various legions. I know he was definitely part of the 41st Elite at some point. In front of the 327th, we have the 212th. The Shadow 212th there. So we have a bunch of pilots. That oddball pilot from the TVC line, I think that's another one of those TVC action figures that hardly anyone ever talks about. I don't think a lot of people realize is even in the line, but it's a really good pilot. It's probably the best clone or Phase 2 clone pilot that Hasbro's made up to this point. Looking forward to making that video. We have the ARC 170 clones here, their respective pilots. The Republic gunship pilots that I think are more of a Hasbro concept. Now the fighter spear pilot, I'm not sure if those guys are clones or not, but I imagine they work very closely with the clone army on Coruscant, even if they're not. So I figure we'll just group them in with the clones as well. I figure the combat engineer would be kind of associated with them. We have some of the just plain white Phase 2 clones. I did throw the Andor clone in there. Really like that action figure. I know a lot of people complain about the helmet size, but you know, it gives it a little bit of uniqueness. Kind of shows the evolution of the clones through the years in action figure form. We have the Mace Windu's Attack Battalion. I have to say, I'm not a huge fan of purple, but I think purple looks really good on these clones. We have the Shock Troopers. Aerial clone in the middle there. Thought that looked neat with the wingspan. And behind him we have the Mandalorian clones, and then the 91st Reconnaissance. Now the 91st Reconnaissance and the regular clone armor that you see there, those are the mystery clone, is what they become known as. They show up on the internet every now and then, but it's an unreleased antenna mold 91st clone. That's not really, there's no explanation as to how they came about, but I did get several of those a few years ago. I think like back in 2018 or 19, I think it was. They have the 442nd Siege Battalion, ATT Tank Gunner, and of course Commander Neo and the other Salakamai Trooper. Shift over to the Galactic Marines. I have the more cold weather geared ones with Commander Keller. And then the ones we see on Megiddo with Commander Bakura. And then the Battlefront 2 Clone Commander, but it's just a Galactic Marine with a rotary gun there. That's the only one, or the only clone from that pack I have. I would like to track that pack down at some point. It's one I eye every now and then, but I just haven't really found a price I liked, or I'm not willing to pay the price for it as of yet. It is on my list of things to get eventually. Of course, the Coruscant landing platform clones that we talked about. I think of all the clones here, that might be the clone group I actually had the most of. I never really planned it that way, but it's just how it turned out. That's alright. Great group of clones. Would like to add them to the Republic gunship at some point. Especially the Revenge of the Sith one. I think they would look really good with that. And of course, last but not least, probably the most famous clone legion of them all, the 501st. Very happy with this collection I've built for them over the years. I did add Commander Poe, because he is part of the Multimedia project. I know a lot of people don't like the skinny mold, but I'm personally okay with it. I think they kind of blend in with the antenna mold and the tactical ops clone mold alright. I don't look at this and think, oh, they look way out of place. I don't mind getting more down the road too. In fact, that's one of the clone trooper types I've thought about completing, similar to like the stormtroopers and snowtroopers recently. Instead of buying like 30 more of a different 501st clone, maybe I'll just complete this one instead, since it's pretty much halfway there. We'll see what the future holds. But yeah, like I said, I'm very happy and very proud of this collection. And you know, clone troopers to me are my most favorite part of collecting. I think back to the days on like early YouTube where people were making the homemade stop motions and they were low production, and it was just fun watching all these videos. There's like 10th clone down, and then there's so many other ones out there. It's fun watching those back in the day, and it's fun taking these guys outside and making adventures with them. Would like to make my own stop motion someday. I think I'd be able to do it. We'll see. Thing is very time consuming, and it's one of those things that you want to do when you have a lot of time on your hands. As I said, a lot of these clones are featured individually on the channel, but the ones that aren't, that's what we're going to be knocking out next. Normally I do these collection videos after I've done all the videos, but after making the setup I thought, you know, if I go through and shuffle these around for the individual videos, it's not going to look this good after I try to rearrange it again, so I'll go ahead and do it first. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at this Phase 2 clone collection. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate your support. And check out the links in the description if you haven't done so already. As always, thanks for watching.